Well, once again, welcome to Voice of Nigeria. My name is Mazino Dixon, Digital Media. We have always followed GIABA activities, especially conferences, seminars, and workshops. We are aware that you're celebrating your 40th anniversary. Quickly, I just wanted to assess GIABA 40 years down the line and its mandate in securing the financial well-being of West Africa, especially the financial system.
Okay, the first correction is it was not our 40th anniversary. It's
okay.
Our 40th plenary.
Oh, 40 plenary.
Yes.
Okay.
However, I think we should be 22, 21.
22
years.
Okay.
So
okay.
let me catalog some of our accomplishments that have contributed to the fight against corruption. Right. One, when GIABA was established, there was no financial intelligence unit in the entire West Africa. Okay. Today, we have 15 financial intelligence units contributing immensely to the fight against corruption and money laundering. For example, the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit. You see the work they do, okay? That is the creation and success of GIABA, okay? Two, we have encouraged our financial system, okay? So, 2002, if you own account to a bank, and if you own account now in between, the level of due diligence, okay, the level of processes you follow to open an account and maintain an account is different. Anyone who have an account since 2002, you know that. Okay, so all we are doing is like to strengthen our financial system in a way that it is not contaminated by this money laundering terrorist financing. We have produced several typologies and research papers to assist practitioners, okay, in the fight against corruption, financial crimes, and other transnational crime. And also, today we have established what we refer to as the interministerial committees. Okay, that committee is a policy level that includes taking which country into consideration, the Minister of Finance, Justice, Interior, okay, that set policy for the fight against money laundering in individual countries. Today we have huge network of media practitioners, okay. We reach out to young people who have what we call the regional university context, where young people research paper and debate among themselves at university level, and, discussing financial crimes, i.e., money laundering and terrorist financing. Okay, we reach out to our religious leader, civil society group. So what we have done, we have elevated this thematic era of corruption and money laundering to the general public. And it is assisting our member states and practitioners that live in our member state to see how this is minimized, prevented, and if possible, eradicated.
There's no doubt that the concept of a harmonized financial framework within West Africa is pertinent, especially at a time when terrorism financing has become one of the major challenges confronting the socio-political and the security architecture of West Africa. My question is that, to a large extent, a large section of West Africans do their transaction outside the financial framework. So the question is, how is GIABA, in conjunction with the financial intelligence units of member states, able to monitor and track those funds that move across West Africa, but not through the established financial system?
So the first thing we should realize that we have a huge informal sector in our region, okay, and all of the country in our region are cash-based, okay, and just few are trying, and for electronic payment, but even at that, it's minimal as compared to the cash transaction that take place. So it is a challenge. Equally so, while we work to see how we close the gap from this informal sector, we are also mindful so that we do not deny other people of financial inclusion. Because financial inclusion is also a goal that we all must achieve, to bring everybody in. So one thing I also did not list when you asked about accomplishment. Before GIABA, there was no law in all of the member states. Our legal framework was not strong, or it did not exist. But today we have legal framework covering all these areas, and we are working towards such a challenge. Like, for example, we just discussed the mutual evaluation of Guinea. It was an issue, the informal sector. Okay, those who attended that plenary, it was an issue. So, GIABA, from time to time, okay, we use the result of mutual evaluation. We also look at the national risk assessment result and then see how policy can be formed and inform member states and encourage member states to make to create some legal framework, okay, in continuing what we see as gap. So, in answering your question, there is a huge challenge not only for West Africa, but also East Africa, whole Africa, okay, cash-based in the informal sector. If you go Uganda, they have a huge informal sector, okay, and Gabon, Cameroon, right? Mm-hmm. So the informal sector is huge, okay. So it will take time, but meanwhile, why it takes time? That is why we are asking, like, for example, bureau exchange. They were also part of the informal sector. Now they've been regulated gradually, depending on which country, okay. So from country to country, we see how they are regulated, and then they form part of the formal sector. So all in all, though there is challenge in this informal sector because of the nature of the economy in the informal sector being cash-based, we are working to see how we have a uniform policy to cover them in terms of regulation, but also creating in mind that we do not leave other out and deny them of financial inclusion.
Okay. Now, this is very interesting. Another issue is this. There is a regional counter-terrorism framework for all member states of ECOWAS. Mm-hmm. To what extent would you say you are satisfied, first and foremost, in terms of intelligence sharing, in terms of financial flows, especially those that are linked to terrorism? Then secondly, the combination of GIABA's financial monitoring vis-a-vis the counter-terrorism master plan that has been in force for West Africa, especially in the light of the emergence of non-state actors like Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Boko Haram. I just want you to give an assessment. Are you satisfied with the level of intelligence sharing?
So the first thing, with GIABA member state, we share intelligence, but we have a bigger platform that we refer to as the EMO group. Okay, so Nigeria is part of that group. Okay, and I think only 5 of our ECOWAS countries are yet to. They are in the process. That group allow you to share and receive intelligence from over 152 countries.
So which ECOWAS countries are in that group? Out of the 5 you said are not there.
We have Nigeria, member of the EMO group. We have Senegal. We have Ghana. We have Cote d'Ivoire. We have Benin. We have Benin. Some of the country name. Mali also part of the EMO group. Burkina Faso. Okay, Niger. So, and 2 other, I think.
Ghana, is Ghana a member?
Yeah, Ghana is a member of the EMO group. Okay. So we have Liberia, Austin, we have Guinea, Conakry, we have Guinea-Bissau, we have Gambia, and Sierra Leone. So these are the countries. They have applied, but the process is long.
It's long, okay.
Okay, because we're talking about sharing intelligence. We even great nation and receiving intelligence. So they have to go through your system and processes to be aligned, okay, with the confidentiality code that come with the EMO group membership. So you talk about the counter-terrorism strategy of the region. Whether or not I'm satisfied, all I can say is like when strategies are made, they are also work in progress. There's always be adjustment. Yes. So then my question is like, if I was still to say that I'm satisfied with 100%, then I will ask myself the question: where is the evidence? You see, yeah. Because if I'm satisfied, then there should not be incident, okay, of terrorism in our region. So on that strategy, GIABA have been given the mandate to work on terrorist financing. Okay, so we have started, and we will enhance it next year to train member states and things, law enforcement on investigative knowledge on terrorist financing, and also compliance officer. Also, at GIABA level, if you listen to my speech to the GNC and also to the plenary, I'm requesting that we form an ECOWAS sanction regime. Just how you have the OFI, the EU sanctions. So if you check all our banks, we have all these sanctions that we are monitoring. Why can't we have an ECOWAS sanction? So this ECOWAS sanction, if Mr. Y is an affiliate and associate and financier of terrorism, he or she will be on sanction. We will block his or her resources, and also we can also restrict physical movement. Like you don't need a visa to go to Liberia. Okay, you don't need a visa to go to Cote d'Ivoire. So once we know that you are on that list, we run you through all our immigration and thing, and you are black. Okay, so if we start to do something, I want us, okay, to go beyond the strategy and do something real tangible. Okay, something that will send a message and signal that, people will be held accountable. And to be honest with you, that is why it's lacking. We do not hold people accountable. So if you do not hold people accountable, they take you for a joke. So I think that the coming in of the ECOWAS sanction regime is the first step in the right direction, okay, in fighting terrorism in our region.
So would you want to explore the possibility of getting the ECOWAS Parliament to pass to get member states to not just domesticate that sanctions you talked about, but to escalate it to now become a regional framework?
Yeah, so is the ECOWAS, so how is it going to work? If at GIABA level we done the research and we are informed and put the sanction together, we submit it to our GMC, that is the GIABA Ministerial Committee. When they find it to be wise and in the right direction, they will approve. When they approve, we send to the Council of Ministers, who will also potentially approve it. When it is approved by them, then they will recommend it to the heads of authority. I mean, the sitting of the summit of the president. Okay, so it will be tabled before them, and if they see wisdom in it and approve it, then it come into force. Then we can use our financial intelligence, which GIABA have control over, okay, to see how it is implemented. And then the financial intelligence unit also have control over the financial institutions. You see how it works. So we think if to implement this in our financial institution at GIABA level, it's very easy and it can be effective using the financial intelligence unit.